Resident Evil Village's bosses are a little over-the-top outlandish, but knowing their mechanics, attack style, and how to exploit their weaknesses, that's all anybody really needs to know to keep from scratching their head and losing their mind on a boss they just can't beat. So here's how to do it. You start off with the daughters of Dimitrescu, and really, you need to understand their weaknesses. You need to understand how to target the cold. First, you're going to see that in the cutscene against Bela, and that's really going to be your first key to understanding how to destroy these insect-laden, ability-carrying bosses. Not allow them to survive for long by hitting them in the head, doing a lot of damage, but also getting them in situations where they can freeze.
Give up! I won't forgive you, you bastard! Impertinent man!
Your body's breaking because they have somewhere to go now.
How dare you bare your teeth at us! I don't believe it!
Oh, that got me though. That got me.
I'll slice your throat and stuff it with worms!
Bye-bye. You'll eventually come to Cassandra outside the Hall of Pleasure in the armory, where you're going to find some pipe bombs in the corner that you need to blow the wall open to allow the cold in. Do enough damage, your shotgun, your handgun, whatever you want to use, maybe even your knife if you're sadistic. But just take advantage of the weaknesses of these bosses being exposed and use the elements to your advantage.
You're done! Why?
You sure about that?
No! It's a lie!
It is very cramped in here.
You're my prey.
Two sisters down. Two down. You want to do the same thing on Daniela in the library. There's a lever you can pull down, and for the longest time I didn't find the lever, so she was invulnerable essentially to me. And then you also need to do damage once you open the roof and let the cold in to make sure that you take her out.
A dream. This is a dream. I don't want to die.
It's too bad. I needed to do a little bit more damage. Yeah, you're not getting here, bozo. For the mutated fight with Lady Dimitrescu, you're gonna kinda just need to do damage. You're gonna progress through different areas, and it's up to you to just attack not only from a distance, but when it's close up, while also maintaining your guard position. Just be ready and able, willing to live by defending. To not get absolutely destroyed and have to waste resources crafting or advance very much. That's gonna happen naturally at some points, but if you keep doling out damage, the shotgun at close range, I had the rifle at long range when she's flying away, and then you're gonna go through cutscenes that are just awesome animated cinematics. At that point, you know you're progressing through the fight normally, and at that point, keep doing what you're doing, make sure you're stocked up, you reload, and really take your time in these fights. That's the easiest way to do it, is constantly moving, constantly being ready and on guard to guard, and also being ready to get some extra shotgun or handgun or rifle shots in. Man. Wow. Yes, such a small space to be stuck in with whatever the fuck she turned into. She's not done yet. Wow. But she is done. She's crystallizing. Bang! Bang!
still alive, huh? Before my friends murder you! Tick-tock! Your life's so
This is interesting.
Wait!
Once you make your way out of the puzzle labyrinth lair with the baby monster and you get to the doll Angie Beneviento and her handler Donna, really this isn't a boss fight. You just need to be on your toes both visually and listening to just know where you're going. Oh, she bit me. What the hell?
everything would be better if Rose wasn't born.
Fucking monster!
I mean, I'm kind of with you on that at this point. Now I gotta go find her again. This is a hide and seek mission to find the doll around different places in the mansion. And really you can do this quite simply by
It's so
moving
hard to
throughout
see.
and keeping your ears peeled. You'll hear her giggling a lot when you're near. And that took me a little bit to understand, but once I did, I was like, okay,
Oh,
this
no.
room is where she is.
Oh, no, I
now I need to
heard her.
scan the entire thing.
I just can't find her, man. Oh, there she is. Gotcha. She kind of stands out because she's in white compared to everybody else.
You do this to Rose, too.
So at the end of the day, I think this was probably the easiest one to accomplish, but it's one you could have a hard time with.
She's not very good at hide and seek so far.
Stupid idiot! What are you doing to my cute friends?
Very gory too. And then I just get flashbanged for some reason.
It's over.
Bang! Sit down!
Yeah, because she was like the ventriloquist, right?
When you progress to the point where you're fighting Moreau in the swamp, you need to be very aware of where he is at all times. If you have your eye and your reticle on them and Moreau comes by those explosive barrels in the arena, let it fly, because it's gonna go boom and he's gonna get hurt. Also understand that when he goes on top of buildings, he can spray down on you with acid rain. I was caught completely off guard by that attack and out in the
Now we're
open.
running.
So always know where you are, where structure is around you.
Getting under more
Moreau's
cover.
connection to the land allows him to block some of your paths off. You can shoot through them or use pipe bombs. It becomes his own tomb because you can harness it better and do more damage with the parameters it provides.
Oh, we got him. We did just have to outlast him and outdamage him. GG's, man. Pop like an overinflated water balloon. Oh, hey, bud.
Past the stronghold, you're gonna find Uriaș as the final boss of that location, the hideout of the lichens. There are only
Yep,
a
now
couple,
lichens are
so
on.
you do have to contend with some other creatures in this bout. You want to make sure you do as much damage as possible to the main boss.
I kind of cornered myself here.
With the pillars and the spacing of the boss room, make sure you don't corner yourself because you can trap yourself at either end if you're not constantly moving. And if you land headshots, this boss will melt.
Oh shit, we just beat him. We just did a ton of damage. We used all of our magnum ammo off rip. But good shit. Alright.
When you're moving through the factory, you're going to encounter the Sturm, this mechanical beast of a boss.
What in the Iron Man is that?
You meet him right away, and you have to essentially run away into the factory. But you fight him in this labyrinth in the factory, and he is very, very deadly. You have to be relentless on evasion and being able to pivot quickly to do damage. If you can use the distance between you as an obstacle for the boss, you have a target on his back with the reactor that you can aggressively
Boom.
deploy firepower on. And that will ramp him up
Powers
into the
up.
second phase where he powers up and shoots fire. But that's what you want. You want a relentless barrage on his back with the reactor to exploit and attack. And if you do that enough, it might take a long time depending on if you're alternating between guns. You can pull out a handgun and get the job done. It's going to take a lot more shots. It might be a little crazy to you when he doesn't go down in one mag. But if you can just outlast the boss in most of these situations and just survive, guarding when you need to, deploying ammo when you need to, even using things like pipe bombs and mines might be a viable strategy here. When I think about fighting Heisenberg coming out of the factory, I'm not a huge fan of anything that deviates from the overall game's gameplay, but in this situation, it's a fun bout. You're shooting from this huge tank-like instrument of destruction, and it's a lot of fun to dump a ton of ammo into this meta-human monster. Really, the only way you can describe Heisenberg at that point, trying to stage a coup on the main boss of the story. To just take down in as destructive, in as technological a fashion as can be possible. That's really all I can say about this boss fight. Just have fun holding right trigger, holding down your left mouse button, and going to work.
You really should have taken my deal. You'll be foes in the afterlife. Rose's power is one. Right after I murdered Miranda. This can't be the end for me. I must kill her.
Minimal.
Defeating all of them brings you to the final boss of Resident Evil Village, and this boss fight is difficult because Mother Miranda is an absolute ammo sponge, and you are going to have to be patient. Being patient, being willing to guard, and being willing again to move around and collect ammo and heals. At a minute's notice, you might need to craft something, or you might need more ammo because you might like to do it with the rifle or the shotgun when she's up close. Just understanding what each of your weapons is going to do on each hit, and aiming for headshots, as well as just aiming to hit every shot you can. Maximize your offensive attacks with the time that you can defend. Aim to also, if you can, knock her out of her special abilities.
It's actually huge to shoot her
She'll
out
be
of that.
in the dark, and you have to be ready to either absorb those hits through guards or counter through the absorption in the guard.
This is
Oh, we didn't get this yet.
This is how you end these adventures. To ensure I never see your face again,
Bang! Right to the dome. A lot of damage, man.
my daughter! My Eva!
Let's go, baby. Cinema.
You know, you finished the conquest and you finished the job, but it was definitely an undertaking to go through all of
Cinema.
these bosses. At the end of the day, Resident Evil Village has become one of my favorite games in the Resident Evil franchise. These bosses are difficult, but not too challenging. The puzzles are difficult, but not too challenging. So it's fun to learn how to defeat these bosses and how to do the puzzles to progress, but also the progression is linear. So I really enjoy that in a Resident Evil game because I feel at times it can be too complicated to move through areas and be genuinely overwhelming. Be sure to not only like the video if it helped you, if you love seeing a noob go through it for the first time and teach a little bit about how that experience went, but also subscribe, because over the next couple months we're all in on Resident Evil because I love survival horror and this is really my first intro to it. We're gonna stay right here and we're gonna have a boatload of fun. So thanks for the ride and have a good rest of your day.